IG Peace. My advice today is don't shun criticism, because criticism makes us grow, right? Sometimes we're not aware of the places that we can improve, and someone can bring that to your attention, and that's a great thing, right? If somebody says there's an area of your life that you can improve on, and no matter how it's said, even if it's said in a way that is not so pleasing to your ears, or if it's not said in a way that is favorable to you, it's still valuable information that can allow you to improve, right? But I wouldn't put all of my I think that part of what diminishes someone's credibility is their lack of balance. And so it's important to recognize the beauty that life presents, just like it's important to call out the ugliness that life presents, right? But if you hear someone and every single time that they're talking, it's only what's wrong, right? It's never what's right. Then it's up to you as a thinking individual to assess, okay, well, does this person have a balanced mind? Does this person have a balanced perspective? And if the answer is no, then you may want to take their opinion with somewhat of a grain of salt, because they're not balanced. You can bring a lot to the table, right? You can be an amazing dancer, a lyricist, have a great voice, have mega talent. But somebody who's unbalanced may say, well, I don't like what they rap about. They might only pick out like one thing. Or I don't like the accent that they rap in, but they're talking about the right things, and they're uplifting, and they have like a really great spirit, and da-da-da. Well, I'm going to disqualify them based off of, I'm going to make everything null and void, and I'm going to disqualify them based off of one thing that I don't like. Oh, this person's gorgeous. Well, I don't like fake hair, so they're disqualified. Well, okay, they have everything else going for them, but I don't like this one thing, so they're disqualified. Okay, disqualified to who? Right? Disqualified to who? You are the captain of your own ship. It's up to you to qualify yourself. So you can take everybody's opinion with a grain of salt. I'm not saying dismiss criticism. I'm saying if it's useful to you, take it. But what I'm saying also is be very much in consideration of who it's coming from, and if these people tend to have a balanced approach as far as their criticism, right? To ignore all the beauty and all the greatness, but only talk about that one thing that they don't like. To me, that's not balanced. And you also have to look at things as a blessing, right? So, for example, let's say you're a woman and your husband likes the home clean. I'm not trying to be stereotypical or whatever, but let's just use this as an example. You're a woman and your husband likes the house clean, and so you spend the entire Saturday, he has some things to do, and he comes home in time for dinner, and the house is literally spotless, right? But there's one dirty glass in the sink, and everything's glistening, everything's perfect, and all he can do all night is complain about how when he came home he met a dish in the sink. If you saw signs of this prior to you guys linking up, maybe it would have saved you some grief to not select this person as a mate, right? Because people will show you themselves long before you decide to have a partnership with them. You'll notice their tendencies, or you can listen to what they say. So don't be so thirsty for an opportunity, or don't be so thirsty for marriage or a union that you are ignoring certain red flags that really could contribute to your misery. And I say that as an artist, get in where you fit in. For me, the type of label, if I decided to sign to a label, it would be the people who would go through my lyrics, talk about everything that they like, and say, you know what, drop this. We love this, we love this, we love that, but we want you to rap the way that you talk, or we want you, take the good, you know what I mean? And then help them with the bad. You can't just throw somebody away based off of one little thing, but really, you can do whatever you want. Now, as the commodity, it's your discernment that is going to prevent you from these situations, because there's so many people right now, artists, you know, husbands, wives, who ignored these red flags because they wanted it so bad, and now they're stuck in contracts and they're stuck in bad situations that are just so miserable because the people that they're around are wired to only talk about the flaws, are only wired to talk about the bad. And as a leader, you know, I always am somebody, wherever I work, you know, if I'm working with people, everybody that I know, all of my coworkers know that I'm the first one to give a compliment, not blowing smoke up anybody's behind. It just takes nothing away from me. When I see somebody working really hard, I'm like, whoa, you are, you know, you are an exceptionally hard worker. Like, that's admirable to me, you know? So it takes nothing away from you to be able to compliment somebody, as long as it's genuine. And when I say be critical, you know, of course, be critical, don't lie. But just make sure that you're balanced in your criticism. Peace.